Jordan-Hare Stadium, one of the most intimidating and passionate environments in all of college football. More than 87,000 will be watching that eagle fly overhead and getting set to back their beloved Auburn Tigers. Today, a couple of SEC teams get ready to square off in what ought to be an old-fashioned slobber knocker. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Volunteers offense will start this game off. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll throw it on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Makes the catch. It's Perry.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Power football with the run.
And the running back. This run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
To the ground with the back. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to pass. It's Iamaleava. Out of the backfield, he's open. On the move is the 30. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Stumbled to the ground.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field. I make the defense declare. I see what they're in, but I'm definitely throwing the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So Auburn's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a great matchup we have of two highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go the distance, right? These two running backs seem to get better as the game goes on. So which defense can be more physical, step up, and at least slow the other guy down?
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Tigers want to crank the tempo. Defense in press coverage. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And, David, I know there's a part of you that wonders what if had you played tight end. You and I have been out in the field pregame before. We've been spinning it around with your athleticism. I know you wonder what it would have been like to go make plays like that.
I tell you what, I do wonder what if now, Jesse, because now you can't hit these guys. You're not allowed to hit them high, all the targeting. Like, if you're a big body guy with good hands, you can go make a lot of money. Might have been a little bit safer. Might not have got hurt. So, yeah, might not have been that bad of a living.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. A 3rd and long coming up here. Brown will throw it. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I mean, this offense basically lined up and said, I don't care if you double team him, triple team him. It really doesn't matter. We're still going to feature him. And guess what happens? They still get the first down, even though he was double teamed.
Got his man downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Lewis. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this drive.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And down he goes.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He only needs a sliver of daylight, and the returner is stopped. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like,
the expressway is wide open. But not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. DB's locked up tight on the receiver. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
Brown wants to pass. And it'll be caught on the right sideline, but the officials saying he was just out of bounds on the right side.
And that's the hardest thing, to be able to go up and try to catch a ball with that defender pushing you out of bounds and you trying to keep one toe, toenail, pinky toe, whatever you can, trying to keep it in bounds, and he just couldn't secure the catch in bounds.
Trying to pound their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
On the move. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. That's the end of the quarter, and Auburn has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. Splits the uprights. It's good. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. No Tennessee quarterback will ever be revered like Peyton Manning, but many more throws like that, and they're going to say, this guy's getting into the realm at least.
Now, you get in the realm, you're good. You get in the realm, you start talking about Hall of Fame. That's what kind of tradition you've had with a guy like Peyton Manning. His fingerprints are still on this program, and you are mentioned.
And the ball is free on the pitch. Scoops it up, still a live ball.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And that last play is why it is a gift to have a short-term memory in this game. 2nd and long coming up. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses that phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Brown will throw it. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They are dialed in on this drive, a couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Kane.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
The give to the back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
And the try is no good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They showed a lot of confidence with that 59-yard attempt, but the flip side is the offense has it around the 42. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. It's caught. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Big 3rd down there for the quarterback, and he knew where his best chance was at getting that first. He found the curl route, made an accurate throw, and as a result, the offense stays on the field.
And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He'll set up to throw. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Listen, QBs and wide receivers got to be on the same page, and you got to know when to throw that curl route. It's got to be on time, right when the wide receiver breaks, so the DB can't catch up. Nice job, QB and wide receiver, being on the same page, getting some positive yards.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. The give to the lone running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of third and long. Third and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. Third and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good third down.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Makes the catch. It's Sampson.
And you gotta love those matchups. When you get a running back matched up on somebody else, it's never going to be a cornerback. That's not going to happen. So finding a good matchup, getting that speed isolated, now I'm going to go attack and make some plays.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He wants to throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Sampson. Smashes through the tackle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And now a chance to pull even 1st and goal as we get late in the first half. Looking to throw. He's got his man. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. The field goal is no good, and they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work in Auburn, Alabama so far, and welcome into the halftime report.
The Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game. side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Brown wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. What a snag by the defense. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That really wasn't his best throw. I tell you what, you got to choose when you're going to zip it in there and sometimes put some air underneath it. He chose the wrong one, put a little too much air underneath it. Defensive player makes the nice pick.
They'll try the right side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here's the handoff. Hard running there. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there. As a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Charlotte is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 7 over Nevada. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll try to pop the draw. backfield, he'll lose a couple.
Tell you, they tried to go draw in the middle of the field. That back had nowhere to go with the football. He was tackled right away for a loss.
Brown will throw it. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Tennessee ready to go to work, the Big Orange offense on the field. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Tennessee. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're just about ready to kick it away. And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here for them.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays.
Picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
First down here for the offense. The pull and throw off the RPO. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Quarterback will audible. Direct snap. Breaks the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he missed it. No good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it.
Oh, look out. There he goes. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one. Down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Running back goes in motion. They'll run play action. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Brown wants to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. Aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to get it through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Auburn to the line in a hurry. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Brown will throw it. They're working that left side. And he got enough for the 1st down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Oh, he wants it all. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up-and-hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
Nose is ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Using his legs, it's Cobb. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Noses his way forward, maybe gets 1. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. When they've got him looking run, now to pass.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to throw, it's Iamaleava. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Give to the running back. Can't get him to the ground. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Going to the ground. And the ball's brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Vols are marching down the field. Looking to move it through the air. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
This offense has a second down play. Got the first down and more. Running toward the tape. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
I think one of the hardest places to move the football in the field is right outside that fringe area. Now the offense gets to skip that area because it was a great job by this running back, making something happen, getting the ball all the way down the field, now set up on first and goal.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown Vols! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a change.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
Quarterback has got to know the situation better than that. In a 2-minute situation, down by 1 possession, you absolutely cannot take a sack.
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, this offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game, the defense knows they're going to throw the football. First down, they get sacked. Second down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something down.
All kinds of room to the right. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Tigers.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lewis. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Well, I like this, man. Clock running down. You could take a knee. You can be very conservative, but you can tell they're trying to spin this ball.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 35. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the defense can't afford to give up too many big plays like that. That was a simple day-one go route. A guy just running straight down the field. You need your DBs to get to that football and swat that thing away. You give up too many more of those, you don't got a shot at winning this game.
To the air, it's Iamaleava. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force him.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it will be a 60-yard attempt. Looking to the big tight end. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. And the Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football. I'm finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Handoff to the lone back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. If you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Run in the red zone. It's Sampson. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. This crowd knows when to bring it. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, you play the whole game. Now it's coming down to, what, a couple of plays. It's in overtime. You're starting to move the ball closer to the opponent's end zone. Got to make a play. Got to protect the football.
Touchdown, Volunteers! They jump on top here in OT.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. He wants to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Auburn! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Motion from the offense. They'll try the run. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Touchdown, Auburn! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Second overtime, and they'll have to go for 2. Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
4-down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a 3rd and long here. Unloads to the right. Oh, and it's intercepted. A turnover in overtime. And that will put a stamp on it. A game-deciding play as they seal it with a pick. It always comes down to a few key plays in a game.